everyone, and welcome to Tarrant County College. My name is Cherie Lopez, and I'm one of the academic advisors here on campus. So during this portion of NSGA New Student Group Advisement, I'm going to walk you through how to register for classes. Check this out. Okay, so if you are following along with me, you should be able to see my screen. I'm on my personal laptop, which is a PC operating system, and I'm going to be using Google Chrome. Firefox and Safari, if you're on like a Mac, should work okay. The only one that seems to act a little funny is Internet Explorer. So just bear that in mind. And also, if you are using a mobile device such as your cell phone or your tablet, the interface could look different. So what we recommend is that you follow along with us on a traditional laptop or desktop if at all possible. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. What you're going to need to log in is you're going to need your WebAdvisor username and password. So remember, that is your entire TCC email, and that is also going to be your WebAdvisor password. So whatever you set up when you first created your account, that's what it's going to be. If you've never logged in, look for the email from us that says welcome to TCC. It's going to have your entire TCC email in it, and it will have your colleague ID. That's how we identify you around campus. Your default password, if you've never logged in, is going to be a capital T, 2 lowercase c's, your 7-digit colleague ID number, and your birthday, 2-digit month, 2-digit day, 2-digit year. From there, it'll prompt you to reset your password, and you'll be able to log in just like we're doing right now. Okay, so that's gonna bring you up to speed to where we are right now. So where we're gonna go is WebAdvisor. And there's a couple different ways to go there. You can Google it, you can type in wa.tccd.edu, a couple different ways. Click on Login, and then you're going to actually sign in to your account. If you logged into your device previously, it will save your login information. From there, you're going to visit the Students menu. Click on the Students menu, open it up. So this right here, this is your life. So everything that has to do with your student account is here. If you need to pay for your classes, like set up a payment plan or you're gonna pay in full, it's right here. If you need to know which books you need for classes, or if you need books or computer access codes, there's your link to the bookstore. If you need to make an appointment with one of us advisors, the information's here as well. Of course, registering for classes. Your financial aid information is going to be over here. If you need your schedule and fee statement so you know how much your classes cost and where you're supposed to be going to class, that's kind of important, isn't it? Especially important too if your employer is providing you with tuition reimbursement, for example, and you need a copy of that statement to show how much your classes are going to cost, so you can actually run off that copy there. Tax information's here. If you need a transcript, look. Everything that you need is going to be here. What we're going to look at right now is under Register for Classes, you're going to visit the tab that says Self-Service Student Planning. Again, Self-Service Student Planning, that is right here. And you're gonna click on that. It's gonna open up a new tab, so make sure that you double check and make sure that your pop-up blockers have been disabled. Okay. So it's going to pull up my account in this particular case, and you're going to have two options. On the left, this left over here, you get the option that says view your progress or go to my progress. What that is that's going to walk you through the courses that you need for your particular degree, certificate, or a combination of both, because some people are pursuing a certificate option and a degree option. On the right side, that's over here, you get to plan your degree and actually register for classes, and you can lay them out where you can view them, because if you have multiple classes, sometimes it's a little hard to flip back and forth the papers. We made it really easy for you where you can see where everything would line up, so you don't have classes that are overlapping. Okay, so I'm gonna actually have to go into a different screen from here because I'm actually not actively enrolled in classes right this second, it's gonna actually pick up classes that I did when I was in dual credit back in 2002, my junior year of high school. So I'm gonna use my superhero academic advisor powers to attach myself to a program, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip back and forth to show you which screen I'm actually on. So those screens I'm going to go to, you actually have access to yourself. So we're going to let self-service student planning open. When you log in, it could potentially take you straight to this page, which is called the course plan. This is the screen you'll actually register on, and you see the magic little blue button right there that says register now. If you have classes that are there, that's what you click. So we need to backtrack and show how do we get here. So where I'm going to go first is the Progress tab, and you have access to that. Now in my case, since I am not actively enrolled, I need to attach myself to a program, which I am doing that right now. I'm going to put myself on Associates of Arts. So it doesn't change it, but it allows me to view the program. This is also a good tab, a good tool to use in case you signed up for one program when you applied to the college, but now things have changed and you've changed your mind, or you're teetering between programs and you want to compare which classes are the same, which ones are different. That's especially important for some of the healthcare programs, for example, where the beginning classes are the same, and then from there, once you actually get into the program, they start to split a little bit. So that's going to give you that particular option, so you don't have to double back and redo everything. Okay, and you can view, I believe it's up to 4 programs at one time. So again, this applies to our degree-seeking students, our certificate students, and our students that are pursuing both options. Okay, so this is how we actually know which classes you need to take. So when we give you the sheet of paper that has all your classes listed on there, this is actually where we're getting that information from. We're not pulling it out of thin air or anything. Everybody has a plan. And it's based on what you signed up for when you completed our application. Okay, so over here, this shows your progress and the total credits required for your degree or your certificate that you are currently enrolled in. In my case, my magic number is 60. It's right here. So that means I need 60 college level credit hours to walk across the stage. That's what I need. And if you don't remember anything else about what we talked about today, because I know we covered a whole lot of information, then remember this. Green, so anything that you see in green, this like lovely emerald green, that means go on to the next. So green means go, just like in real life. Pass go, collect $200, go on to the next class, go on to the next section, and go on to graduate. We'll see you there. Yellow means planned. So that means those are courses that we have planned out, because what this feature actually does is it lets you plan out courses over the next couple of semesters. Actually, you can plan things out all the way to the year 2022, which some of you guys will be here with us during that time. Some of you might graduate prior to that, and some of you might be here a little bit past that, depending on how many classes you take at one time. And then red means stop. So that means stop, this area needs attention, you need to take this class. And the goal is to turn all of your little areas green. Once you turn it green, green means graduate, which is awesome. And we will all be there to support you. We love you, but you gotta go. But you can come back and visit, so come back and visit us, okay? We like visitors. And this is how you read it. So when you get the paper that walks you through the courses that you need, if you recall from the NSGA PowerPoint, we mentioned that each class has a 4-letter code that goes with it, along with a 4-digit number. So what you're going to receive when you walk through what classes you need, it's going to correspond with what you actually see here. So English is ENGL, Math is MATH, and so on. And you just really read on here and it will tell you how many classes you need in each category for us, for TCC. Now, bear in mind that it could change if you are applying for a selective admissions program. Almost forgot, specialized selective admissions program. So healthcare students, that mean you. And it also could change if you change your program. So remember, if you change your mind, that the plan changes. And then also it could depend on which university you could consider transferring to. So that's why you're going to hear us ask you over and over again, what do you think you want to be when you grow up? Or what is your next chapter in life look like? Maybe what does that promotion look like that you're trying to get? And then also we might say, okay, if you're planning to transfer, or if there's a chance you could transfer, where do you think you might want to go? And that way, that helps us please mom, that's TCC. That helps us please dad, that could be your selective admissions program. And then once you go to your university, that could be grandma. And we want grandmother to be happy, because if grandmother's not happy, then no one is happy. So keep granny happy, okay? All right, so here's how we read it. So in this particular case, it picked up some of the courses I've already taken. So under composition, if I still needed a course, it would say 0 of 1 courses completed, and it would have directed me to take English Composition 1, ENGL 1301. That is the first college level English. You see the name of the course here. You see the grade that I earned. You see when I took it way back in 2002, and then you see the number of college level credits I earned. So notice I keep saying college level credits, because if I had tested into a pre-college level course, like a developmental or refresher course, then it won't show up on this screen. It is just the college level stuff that counts towards your major that will move that progress bar forward. All right. Then down here, what you'll see is under Composition B, this would have said 0, 1 courses needed as well in red, but I've completed my area. So I've took Composition 2. I had a choice between Composition 2 and Technical and Business Writing Honors. So for my particular program for my university, I needed Composition 2. But keep in mind what you're studying and where you might be going after this could require technical and business writing. And in some cases, it actually could require both options, which, you know, TCC might want Composition 2, and then we might use technical and business writing for your area university that you might be attending. And then it tells you the number of classes that you need. So this is what I was talking about here. 0 of 1 course is completed here. So you choose one of these depending on your next move. Here's your math here. So this is where we really are driving home what it is that you'd like to do, because the education majors, for example, they have their own math. They have math for teachers. The business students, you have your own track of math, which would be the math for business and social sciences on up into business calculus. So if we were having this conversation 2 or 3 years ago, it would look very different. But now the math courses are becoming more and more specialized. So that's why we have to have at least an idea of what career cluster you're interested in. And that way we can get you in the right type of course. See, your sciences are here. And then it goes all the way down to your electives. So it says 0 of 18 credits completed. So that gives you room for approximately 5 to 6 courses that your receiving university or your receiving program might require that we offer. So you can take care of that at a fraction of the price. Take care of it while you're here before you cross the stage with us. And, you know, hey, we're watching your pocketbook. So our goal is to make sure that we get you through your programs as quickly and efficiently as possible, but at an economical price. Okay, and yes, I did say pocketbook. I used my grandmother's word. Okay, so let's look at the next tab. So the next tab that you're going to see after progress, so remember progress on your screen was the view your progress right here. So where we're going next is the timeline. Timeline is going to be on this side, plan your degree and register for classes. So that's where it's going to be on your screen when you click. So the timeline, this is where you can map out your life for the next 2 years. So those courses that are on the progress tab, that's why I showed you that first. You can actually lay them out and say, oh, I want to take 3 classes in the spring. I want to take 2 classes over the summer, 1 in June, 1 in July. I want to take 3 classes in the fall. There's 8 classes there. And then you can map it out all the way. So that's going to give you an idea of either A, when you are going to graduate, or what it will do is it will give you an idea of when you need to complete your prerequisites to apply to your selective admissions program, because sometimes those programs only take applications once or twice a year, and if we don't time it properly, then that's the difference between you entering that program, let's say in fall 2022, and having to wait until fall 2023. So it's a very delicate song and dance. And so that's why we want to make sure we have a game plan for each person when you come in and visit with us. All right. So how do we actually register? So number one thing that you want to make sure that you have on your schedule, and it will resolve 95% of your tech support problems, NSOR, that is new student orientation. That is your last step to make you officially a TCC student. If I type the right letters, and I had it up. So NSOR, new student orientation. So that does have to physically be on your schedule. Okay, and then you have 2 different options here. So under add to course plan, what that does is that allows you to maneuver your classes around into the different semesters depending on where you would like them to be. So let's say hypothetically you're not going to try to enroll in classes that start in the spring. You want to wait until the summer, or you'd like to wait until the fall, which starts in August. So you can plan to take that course there. It does not register you for it, but it does bookmark it so that way you'll remember. And then once the registration period opens, then you'll be able to select the exact one that you would like and register for that course. Okay. And then to actually put one on for the active section, because we actually do have some orientations that are still available. If you click on view available sections, you can view what those are. And sections, it's just a fancy word for classes. That's all it means. Okay, and it will default to the South Campus where I'm housed right now, but you can filter by the different locations, the days, the professor or facilitator, as well as if you'd like to attend any of your sessions in person or online. So there's a lot of different things that you can filter down. So let's say that you'd like to go to this first session right here, like this time works good for you. So you can read the information about it so you can see who's hosting it. The F right here stands for Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. Notice that the start and the end date are exactly the same. That means that that session is one day. So you're not meeting every Friday, you're just coming in that one day. It tells you the campus location, the building, the room number, and then what lecture means is the style of the course for classes. So that would be like a regular stand up and teach class versus if it's self-paced or if it's a combination of both. It will also tell you the number of available seats in that course. So 1, you'll know what the overall size is, and 2, if there's space actually available for you to sign up for that session. You'll also see a description of it too. Okay, so where you go to add that is you click add section to schedule. So it doesn't register you for it, but it will add that exact one. And you'll know it's the exact one because you see this 5-digit number right here. That's going to bookmark that exact session. Okay. And then you click add section. And what it's going to do is it will put it on your timeline. So it is right here. What you see over here is this one. This is one of the ones that I just said add to schedule. So what I did is hypothetically, oh, I'm not going to start classes until fall. You can move this one around if you need to. So if you decide, hey, I'm not going on vacation over the summer, I'll come up here and hang out with you guys, then you can move it to summer, or you can move it back forward. Just like that. See, it shifts without you having to go back and search for it. So that's a pretty awesome feature. The other remaining 5% of your tech support issues that could occur is if you take the Texas Success Initiative, the TSI assessment, and it says that you need to touch up a little bit on math, reading, or writing, or a combination of those 3 subjects. It will flag you to take STSC Transitions to College Success. That's one of the courses I teach. So we need to make sure that that is on your schedule as well. So that's STSC 0111. And in this particular case, we do have some courses that do still have seats available. So if we'd like to look at what is available, we click on View Available. What's the word? Sections. That means classes. So notice that you've got some Friday options here. You have some Saturday options. You have Monday and Wednesday options. Further down, there should be some Tuesday, Thursday options as well. And again, it defaults to the South Campus. So if Professor Roy's class works for you, you read the details and see, oh yes, that works for me. I like that time, 8:30 to 10:25 on Fridays. I can do that. Then you will go and add that section to your schedule, to the timeline. No, I have it on there already, but if you didn't, then it will place it on there for you. Also, if you'd like to add an online course, then we're going to use my class as an example. So my first one up here is full. So this is where I was talking about. You can see if it is full. So you get a message that says this section is full. So 0 of 30 seats total. So that means all 30 of those seats in that class are gone. But this one still has 4. So notice you have the professor's contact information. Yes, that is my email and my office number. There's my start and my end date for my course. Computer delivered, that means it is 100% online. So testing and all, you can do that from the comfort of your home, Starbucks, the library, whatever floats your boat. Just make sure that you handle your business. That's all I ask. And then you get a description of what the course is. So let's say you decide you want to come and hang out with me for the summer. For the second half of spring. So we'll add that to the schedule. So that is on there. So that one right there, that's Professor Roy's class. And then I put mine on here, and then you're gonna see why I did both in a moment. Typically you would only need one. It's just I need it for the next thing I'm gonna show you. The only other thing that you need to know on this screen is depending on your test scores, so everything's contingent upon your TSI scores, or if you took a different standardized test such as the SAT, ACT, you're claiming AP credit or anything like that, and we have those scores, they have been evaluated and they have been finalized, then that's going to determine your placement into which level course you go into. So let's say you take the TSI and you place into the highest level of that developmental or that refresher math, then what you'll see, I'm going to use statistics as an example. This is a college level math course. Sometimes it will tell you, it'll be what's called a co-requisite or a combo course. So if it is, it's going to say that in the description. So we're going to use Professor Hatfield's class. It's Tuesday, Thursdays, 12:30 to 2:15. They still have some seats left, and this is at the Southeast Campus in Arlington. So notice the message that's right there. It says co-requisite section. So it gives you some notes here. Math 0142-49908. So notice that is very specific. Must be taken at the same time as this course. And then you're going to have some additional notes down here, which meets Tuesday, Thursday, 2:15 to 2:50. So notice you are not getting out of class at 2:15. You're getting out at 2:50. and my math lab software is required for this course. So there's going to be you're going to be submitting your work electronically. So what that means is since you're taking both portions of the class, so this is the college level course, this down here is the developmental course. Remember, they're letting you take the college level course on the condition that you enroll in this one, and they are a package deal. You can't cherry pick and say, well, I'm going to go to the developmental course on Monday, Wednesday, and I'm going to go to Professor Hatfield's class on Tuesday, Thursday. It doesn't work that way, because chances are Professor Hatfield is the one that's teaching both portions of the class. If he isn't, then what's going on is that professor is team teaching with another professor, and those courses are linked. So if you don't pick the exact one that it indicates in the notes, then your registration will not go through. So what that means is when you search for Math 1342 and select this course, then you have to actually search for Math 0142 in the search bar and look for 49908. And you have to add that on your section, on your schedule. And then and only then will your math registration go through. The reading and writing part is the same way. It's just I don't have any examples of any of them right now because those classes have all started. All right. So when you keep that in mind, that could determine how many classes you're going to take at a time and whether you're going to be up here over the summer with us or not. Okay. So finally, we're going to go to course plan. So same thing, that is going to be under plan your degree and register for classes. It's on that same side of your screen. So this is kind of where we started when we first logged in to this section right here. So with our classes that we saved, you can click the checkbox if there's everything that you want on here. Remember, we put 2 SDSC classes. You just pick the one you want. And you have one job from here. Click the blue button that says register now. So if you don't have any holds or any blocks, it will be blue. And you can click on it and it will send you through. And what will happen is you'll see a check mark, a green check mark off to the side. So remember, anytime you see green, green means good to go. And that means you'll know that your registration is finalized. If you still want to kind of look around a little bit, or this list view, this linear view doesn't quite work for you, you can also view it under calendar view. So that way you can actually see how your classes line up. So right here, there's that math class we were talking about with Professor Hatfield. There's Professor Roy's transitions to college class. There's Anna's orientation session that's on the one Friday on March 20th. And then down at the bottom, there's my online course. So notice it looks like it's floating out in no man's land because we don't physically meet on campus. All right. And you see that you can register for those individual classes if they have seats over here off to the side, or you can register from this screen as well. And what will happen is all this planned yellow material will turn our lovely money green. Okay. So that's how you're going to know it'll go through. You'll receive a notification via email saying that registration activity has taken place on your account. And lastly, if you were to go over to your registration and fee statement, then what will happen here is under term, then whatever term you registered for, so whether it's spring, summer, or fall 2020, then what will happen is that option will populate and you'll be able to click on that and you can view your schedule. So if you cannot click on what you just signed up for, that means something is wrong. That means it either didn't go through or those classes did not hold. So that means when you paid for them or financial aid paid for them, something didn't quite stick and we need to investigate further what's going on. All right? And that is the gist of what you guys need to know for registration. So again, thank you so much for choosing Tarrant County College. We are glad that you have chosen to be part of our family, and we're glad to have you up here, with this being your home away from home. So good luck with your respective educational journeys, and we will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.